Yo, what's up, Swag? And you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Keon Lara, aka KL Swag, back here with a video, man. Look, man, we are back here again with another Matt B. Great reaction, man. Look, another Colorado video. I changed my mind about Deion Sanders in Colorado. Okay, we gonna see. Let's get into it.
I am officially changing my record prediction for this Colorado football team heading into 2023, and it's for numerous reasons, but it comes down to this main reason. I believe in Deion Sanders. I believe in Coach Prime. For the past 3 or 4 months,
Okay, now you're changing the record now.
I got this Colorado football team going 3-9, but that changes today.
I knew look, he a real one though. I knew he was gonna change though.
Another night, another prime time video. I know what you're sitting there saying. Yo, Matt, what the crap is going on? Another primetime video? What are we doing, man? Trust me when I say this. I didn't even expect to make this video. That was up until late last night, early this morning. You better pay attention and follow along with this because if you don't, you're going to get lost. Last night, what was the main topic? What did we talk about? How I stated, Colorado fans, they need a reality check. We posted a 15-minute video where I tried telling Colorado fans, look, I'm tired of you telling me you're going to go 6-6, 7-5, 8-4. You're going 3-9. For the past couple of weeks, nonstop, you guys have been blowing me up saying, Matt, when are you finally going to change that 3-9 prediction you said Colorado and Deion Sanders they're going to do? Because since you predicted that, which was about 2 or 3 months ago, the team has changed completely. They've done a 180, in which I do agree with. But in last night's video, I stood firm on my words. I was like, nope, don't care. They're still going 3-9. What have I said, though, time after time? That could change, but as of right now, as of last night, it didn't change. So that is where we left off. And oh, yeah, by the way, I forgot to do this. I forget to do it every now and then. We're not doing no intro. We're not doing none of that. We're getting straight into it. I don't got time to waste. You don't got time to waste. If you like the content, consider joining our amazing community. We'd love to have you here. Anyways, like I was saying, that is where we left off. And right after I posted that video, rarely ever do I second guess myself, but I couldn't stop thinking about it. So me being the madman that I am, I decided to do a lot of digging and research. I was like, okay, I got him going 3-9. I'm pretty confident in saying that, but let me do some more research just to back my claims. I know we have a lot of disagreements on our channel, but that's the great part about sports. But I think the one thing we can agree on, it all starts with your head coach. That is the captain of the ship. I don't care if you have 4- and 5-star recruits everywhere on the field. If you're captain, head coach, if he is not leading the guys in the right direction, it doesn't even matter. We can agree on that, or at least I hope we can agree on that. So what I did was I looked at Deion Sanders' not just coaching career, but I looked at his career in general. And when I looked at it, I literally looked at every single season from college football, from Major League Baseball to NFL football. I looked at every single season, all the stat lines and all the stat sheets. Am I going to sit up here and read off his stat line for every single season and every single sport? No, don't worry. I'm not going to bore you guys with that. But here's what I am going to tell you, and I told myself last night. Deion Sanders, at anything and everything he's doing, is a winner. He's been extremely successful. Going back to his playing days, when he was playing college football, extremely successful. When he was playing pro football, extremely successful. He has 2 Super Bowls. On the flip side, he was like, you know,
damn, I didn't know he had 2 Super Bowls.
For the heck of it, and he still succeeded at that. Was he the greatest baseball player to ever walk?
See, I was too damn old, too damn young.
Good. Don't
I didn't know he had
ask me
2 Super
questions.
Bowls.
I don't know how I got down to this loophole, but I even caught myself watching his baseball highlights. And by this point in time, guys, it's like 12:30 a.m. I was doing so much film research and study, I couldn't even believe how late it got. You know how it goes when you get into a loophole, the next thing you know, it's like 2 a.m.? Yeah, that's where I was. So I looked at everything in a whole. From his playing career, yeah, all he did was win. He was very successful. Moving along to his coaching career, which we don't have a large sample size, but at Jackson State, he had a total overall record of 27-6. Considering how corrupt Jackson State was, in which Deion Sanders already exposed him for, he was still able to go 27-6. And what I told you. I had to remind myself.
I knew Matt was going to take it back.
He did the same thing he's doing in Colorado. He had a bunch of guys leave the program. He brought in some new guys, and all they did was win. And well, here we are. After your boy Matt doing about 3, 4, 5 hours of research, I'm going to make a long story short, I came to the conclusion that Deion Sanders is a winner. I know what you're sitting there saying. Okay, Matt, I don't need you to tell me that. I already knew that. But my point in saying that is, what have I taught you guys, or not taught you guys, but what do I tell you guys time after time? What is one of my core principles I preach to you guys? Winners win, losers lose. I can't dumb it down any more than that. You know my analogies I like to use. Elon Musk, for example, every business he touches, it turns into gold. He succeeds. Is that a coincidence? No, he's a winner. Winners win. People who fail in this life continue to fail over and over and over, and people who win continue to win. So with that being said, how am I going to be a hypocrite, have those core principles, preach you guys winners win, and yet I'm doubting Deion Sanders? And it's not so much that I'm doubting him, it's more so of I'm not believing it's going to happen also quickly in the first year. I'm saying, yeah, I think by the second or third year, they're going to go 6-6, 7-5, but the first year, it is going to be rough. Well, here's a fun fact for you. In Jackson State's first year as a head coach there, he was 4-3. If you're wondering why he was 4-3, that was during the, 2020 year where a lot of schools, they weren't playing in all the games. Even in his first year at Jackson State, he still somewhat over-exceeded expectations. And I got to know my
but it's not just that. It's not just that, too, you guys. It's not just that. He's a good coach. But, bro, everybody wants to play for Deion Sanders. Dudes want the spotlight also. Got to think about that. Anybody would want to play for Deion Sanders and leave their school, bro, from their regular coach and go play for Deion Sanders. Like, duh. Like, you got to really think about it, bro. He's getting a lot of great talent. All you got to do is make sure you coach him up and make sure everybody comes together, and boom, the team going to be good.
It was really late, and I woke up early this morning, around 6:30, 7 a.m., and when I was drinking my morning coffee, I was like, you know what? Let's see what you guys got to say in the previous video. I want to see their thoughts. And I really like this comment from Daredevil. He said, Georgia's whole roster could go to Colorado, and Matt still got them only winning 3 games. Thank you for the comment, and all that.
Imagine a sauce competition. Probably only tomatoes grown 874 hours under the Italian sun would win. Whoa. We just won the slow-simmered sauce competition we just invented. Rayo's homemade. Make every day delicious.
So I think he's trying to be funny and maybe even slightly serious. I think he's 100% right. I'll touch on that in just a second. I also saw this comment from Jeremy Mitchell when I said, hey, chemistry, it might be an issue. He stated, 2 months of summer workouts and another month for fall camp, their quote-unquote chemistry will be just fine.
Damn.
I saw that and I was like, maybe he's got a point. There's a lot of other great comments, but this is the last one I'm going to read because it gets my point across. Avery Dillard said, in all fairness, majority of these transfers are familiar with each other's game. Most play together in high school and most transferred from the same college. That's the last one I want to show you because it ties all of this together. Remember only a few days ago when we talked about how Deion Sanders got not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4,
5 Florida State
transfers
players
from Florida State, all on the defensive side of the ball?
Crazy.
Yeah, I had to remind myself that. Chemistry with those guys, not going to be a problem. I'm not going to sit up here and dissect every single player that's went to Colorado because we've done that enough. My point is, I went back last night, earlier this morning, and I looked at all the 40-something transfers they've gotten in the past couple of weeks, and a bunch of those guys are in the trenches. A bunch of those guys are defensive linemen, interior defensive linemen, linebackers, safeties, and cornerbacks. I have somewhat convinced myself through you guys, I think the defense is going to be better than what I originally thought. Am I still worried about the offensive line? Am I still slightly worried about the defensive line? Yes, I am. But now at this point in time, I'm only more so worried of the offensive line. Can you block for Shadur Sanders? I think Shadur Sanders is special himself. You just give him time, he'll make stuff happen. You better believe that. But that is the question mark. That's the red flag. Can you give him time? We'll see what happens there, but also for the front 7 on the defense, can you just get a couple of stops here and there? Let's be serious with ourselves. Your expectations for Colorado's defense shouldn't be to be a top 15 defense in the country. At best, you just want your defense to be average. Get a couple of stops here and there. So that is the good news for the defense.
Yeah.
Standards
make sure the offense get the ball every time.
Whoa. Hold on. Did somebody say defense? I think they did. Yesterday, Colorado picked up another big-time edge rusher who I don't think would start at Alabama, Georgia, or Ohio State, but I think he's a great pickup for Colorado. In his career at Maine, he had 108 tackles with 8.5 sacks. Yeah, you'll take that. This is a young man who's going to be great for Colorado, and worst case scenario, he gives you more depth. That was always my biggest concern with this Colorado football team. That was it. But every single day, it just seems like they're adding 1, 2, 3 players, and it adds up. Now, with all that being said, we've led up to the final point and the main point of this video. I've had a change of heart when it comes to Colorado's record. I am officially changing my record prediction for this Colorado football team heading into 2023, and it's for numerous reasons, but it comes down to this main reason. I believe in Deion Sanders. I believe in Coach Prime.
I mean, I
think
believe in
Colorado's
Deion
gonna win a
Sanders
couple
too
of
now.
games
I
they
ain't gonna
have
lie.
no
I've been
business
saying
winning
that.
or even being in just because the players have bought into Coach Prime in the system. For the past 3 or 4 months, I have stated and I've made it clear that I got this Colorado football team going 3-9, but that changes today. And I want to let this be known before I say
wanna
where
hear
I
his
think they're about to
record.
go. The only reason I'm changing this is because I think Colorado has the talent to upset these teams, and I believe in Deion.
Hell yeah,
So
he
with
getting a
all
bunch
that
of
great stuff
black
being said,
talented
I am upgrading
ballers, a bunch of dogs. But let me take that back. I mean, you know, you got some white dogs out there too, but I'm saying a bunch of black talented dogs. And I'm talking about defensive side of the ball. You know, dogs. You know, D linemen. Off. You know, corners, safeties, dogs. Y'all know I'm gonna keep it real. So, yeah, man.
Colorado from 3-9 to 5-7. Whoa. Hold on. Hear me out. I know some people are going to be sitting there going, well, Matt, that's only a 2-game difference, but that's a lot. You only play 12 games a year. I'm going to explain why they're going to go 5-7, but I need you to hear me out. Just like this comment says right here for Colby, he stated, and I said it in last night's video, Colorado's schedule is brutal. No one seems to see this.
They do have a hard schedule.
What I think is you're right 100%. Colorado has an extremely tough schedule. I showed you guys last night. I'll show you again. There's 6 teams on their schedule that potentially are going to be in the top 25. I'll tell you this right now to my Colorado fans. If you were in the ACC, which is by far now the worst conference in the Power 5, I think Colorado could go 7-5, 8-4. The ACC is that bad. It is pitiful. But the reality is you're not in the ACC. You're in the Pac-12. We can play this what-if game all night long. I'm not going to do that. We're going to look at the cold hard facts. And the cold hard facts is that you're in the Pac-12. You got to play who's on the schedule. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But let's take a look at this. Where do I see them potentially sneaking out 2 extra wins? I'm still going to say you're not beating TCU, so you can mark that down as 0-1. I don't see you getting a win there in the first game of the year. That'd be extremely tough. But here's where I do think you can sneak out back-to-back wins, and you can be right on your high horse. Nebraska and Colorado State. You win those 2 games, you're 2-1. But here's what also happens if you beat Nebraska and Colorado State. Your players start to believe they can beat anybody. When you're coming off of 2 wins, you're sitting at 2-1. Yeah, that's a big deal. I've been on teams myself where we're 1-2 and 2-1. And the difference from being 2-1 and 1-2, it is so different. I can't even explain it. Actually, I can't explain it. I don't know why I said that. When you're 2-1, you're feeling good. You're like, hey, man, we played 3 games. We won 2 of them. But when you're 1-2, you're already starting to think, you know what? Maybe this year's a waste. Maybe we just need to pack it up and get ready for next year. Maybe we're not that good. So if Colorado can beat Nebraska, if they can beat Colorado State, which I am predicting them to do at this current moment in time, you could see them sneak out a win in Eugene, Oregon. What are the chances that Colorado beats Oregon at Oregon? I'm giving it about a 5% chance. You don't have a good chance, but I think there's a slight
30,
chance.
man.
Whereas,
I think they got a chance, bro. They ball out and play
I really
defense.
don't see them beating USC. I don't know if Colorado
offense.
can keep up with Caleb Williams because you're not going to stop them. That is going to be an extremely hard game to win.
USC, I don't see them beating them though. I gotta keep it real with y'all. No, I love Deion Sanders and this and that, but they're not beating USC. They're not beating USC. I see that probably turn into a blowout, low key. I gotta say it, bro.
But I think you can, if you play your A-plus game, sneak out one against Oregon. So that could be your potential upset. But also, I'm looking at these 2 games after Oregon. You got Arizona State. I mean, they're not that tough. And then you got Stanford. Those are 2 winnable games. So let's say right here, worst case scenario, you lose to Oregon and USC. Well, if you beat Nebraska and Colorado State, that's 2 wins. And if you beat Stanford and Arizona State, that's another 2. That's all.
They can beat
You can
UCLA.
beat there, but then you got to go to UCLA and you got Oregon.
They can beat Arizona
Here's
too.
something we got to pay attention to, and it's another reason why I'm bumping them up to 5 total wins. This stretch right here, where you got Oregon State, Arizona, and Washington State, you could easily go 3-0. Arizona is not that great. Washington State, they're okay. And Oregon State, they're also okay. But the good news is you got Oregon State and Arizona at home. In this 3-game stretch right here, your goal shouldn't be to go 3-0. As long as you win 2 out of 3, that's good enough. I'm also going to stand firm on this. You're not beating Utah, not a chance in the world. That's besides the point. In year 1, you're not trying to beat your USCs, Oregons, and Utahs. You're trying to beat your UCLAs, Washington States, and Arizonas. And the more I'm looking at this, the more I'm starting to believe and think these games might come down to talent. Because the one advantage that Colorado has is I don't think you're going to outcoach Deion Sanders. I haven't seen him get outcoached up to this point, so I don't know why that would change. I am very comfortable with changing my prediction to 5-7. I wouldn't even have a problem if you want to say they're going 6-6. I just came to the realization late last night, early this morning, I'm underestimating Coach Prime. I am very content with my new prediction. Let me know your thoughts down below.
Hey, like I said, Matt be great tripping, bro. I see them going a good 7-6, 7-5 maybe. But that's just me. Y'all let me know y'all predictions down below in the comments, man. I love y'all. And there's a lot of y'all that haven't subscribed to the channel. 93% of y'all haven't subscribed. We're on the road to 10K. We can hit 6K literally this month. You know. Love you guys. Stay swagged up, man.